I'm going to show you how you winterize your sprinklers. That's my sprinkler control panel. That's nothing to do with this video, but you probably have the same thing. Now, coming through my wall outside is my spigot. Now, the first thing you want to do is find where your water comes into your sprinkler system. This here is my ugly room downstairs where all this plumbing stuff is. Down here, there's a couple of valves. These valves, you're going to turn off. It's just a double safety. That's why there's two. You may just have one. So, first things first, locate that, close it off. Then I'm going to go outside and show you the next step.
Next thing you got to do is locate your spigot outside. This is just the other side of what I showed you in the first clip. Open that up to make sure there's no water in there. Should be dry. Good. You can leave that wide open. Now, in order to do this job, you're going to need a special tool.
Now, I don't know if they really make this tool, but I made my own. What it is just a standard female hose bib adapter. Took a little piece of rubber hose, about a foot or so, and then I got the other end, which couples onto my compressor. I put a clamp on there with a little epoxy to make sure it's nice and tight. Then just going to put that together like so.
The next and last step is this. You take your compressor, connect it to your adapter that you made up. Now, you have to find your valve control panel. There's got 4 zones in this box, and you got another 5 in there. You have the round top, these ones here, the rectangle, it doesn't really matter. Now you got the air pressure going into the sprinkler line. Choose the zone you're going to want. Get out, turn it counterclockwise. Like that. There you go.
Hard to see through the jungle, but you can hear that. It's forcing air right through that zone. Once you don't hear that water coming through that line no more, it's safe to say that it's dry. And close that valve up. Move on to your next one. I'm going to do this guy in the corner next. Okay, nice and loose. Gonna guess that that's one in the front. There's nothing coming out in the backyard. That's pretty much it. You just go through them one by one. Usually you start by the zone. If you know which sprinkler zones control to what in your lawn, you usually start the one that's closest to the house and work your way farthest away from it. So that way. And that's really all there is to it. This is what it should look like when you're pushing air through those sprinklers. That's all that water that's in those PVC lines underground. That guy's sputtering out. Just about done. You want to make sure that those are fully dry before you close up that valve and move on to the next one. You might need help from a friend. If you don't know where your sprinkler zones are and you can't see them well, it's good to have someone else. So you could just run around the front, see the area that you're working on. Make sure that they're fully dry. You could take that from someone who had to rip up his grass and fix one of these lines. It's not fun. When you're done, just turn it clockwise, tighten it down, move on to your next one, do them all. That's it. Next year, they'll work just as good as they did as when you turned them off in the fall.